Auto mode.
Oof. I just wrecked the disco pretty hard, guys. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your favorite Introvert here, and today we're going to be flying the Parrot disco after we made the changes and the setups with the QX7 and hooking it up to the X4R receiver. So we're going to get it up in the air, we're going to fly it around, we're going to see how it handles. If we need to adjust the expo on it, we're going to do so. And yeah, it's basically just going to be a fun day flying our disco, and I hope you guys enjoy. And in case you guys are curious, I am using the Mavic Pro today, not the Mavic Air. I'm gonna see how this does. Noticing the Mavic Air has a higher pitch prop noise. I'm using the Mavic Pro without the quiet props, without the 8331, I think they are. All right, so just a little bit of my setup here. In my pocket, I have my Galaxy S8 Plus, using voice recorder on my lav mic here that I just probably popped. And that's recording my sound to my phone, and I'll link it up in post while I'm making the video, so you'll be able to see basically everything will be linked up because I'm using my lav mic, and it should work perfectly. So that's my setup using drones. As I have a sparrow attacking the Mavic Pro. That's pretty funny, but it's basically, that's my setup here. We'll enter into the disco right now. Let me go ahead and flip the switches. Alright, I have control. Yep. Alright, so we're in auto mode on the QX7. I have control on the Sky Controller 2 here. So let's go ahead and make sure we have a good framing to get this started. And hopefully we'll be able to, hopefully you get a nice shot of my booty as we're trying to launch here. I'm going to throw it into the wind, so there we go. And it's up, up, and away. Alright, so we're going to fly it around, have fun with it, make sure everything works in the Sky Controller 2 so that when you pick up the QX7, everything, all the kinks should be worked out and you shouldn't have any surprises. So, yeah. And there we go. Hopefully we got that in shot, probably not. Basically, I'm testing my limits too with the QX7. Basically, I'm flying the disco around while the Sky Controller 2 is on and listening to see if the QX7 disconnects and has any issue with loss of signal or transmission. So it hasn't yet. Almost hit myself. Sweet. Nerves of steel. No worries. No problems. Alright. One more pass. Okay. So that should be good there. We're going to get into a loiter. We have it in loiter right now. We're going to transition to the QX7. And then we're going to take it out. Alright, we're in hybrid mode. I have control. And it's not as responsive, which the Expo is doing a good job of controlling it. So we have that. But definitely it's going to liven up once we put it into full auto mode. Let's go ahead and get some altitude below us so that when we switch into full manual mode, we should have some comfortable height. So there we go, we're in manual mode. And we're fine, we're just cruising and bruising.
Auto mode.
There we go, and in auto mode. Hybrid mode. Get some altitude again. So far the range is pretty good. Usually I've found that using the QX7 I don't get as much distance out of it as the Sky Controller 2, but that's probably as to be expected, but it's still fun. Still have plenty of control over it, and it's a good time.
Manual mode.
Now we're in manual mode. Definitely in manual mode, you have to be aware of your battery, as you may be heavier on the throttle in manual mode than you are in auto or assisted mode, but still have a lot of fun with it. And of course, if you ever get into a bind where you lose confidence and you lose control, then just pop it back into auto mode. Do a nose over. But yeah, this is pretty fun. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna land the Disco, I'm gonna land the Mavic Pro, and I'm gonna put the Phantom 4 up in the air, and I'm gonna position it to where I'm gonna try to get some cool shots. So I would definitely wanna see how close I can get with the Disco to the Phantom as possible, and yeah, just have some fun with it. So right into the sun, that's never good.
FrSky low.
So yeah, let me see if I can land this in manual mode, land it better than I can. Well, it was okay. But we're down on the ground.
FrSky low.
So I wonder.
Hybrid mode. Manual mode.
Yeah, okay.
Hybrid mode.
All right. So let's see what we got. Let's see if this will follow me first. So actually I enjoyed that a lot better. I enjoyed landing with the QX7 a lot better than I did with the Sky Controller 2. I was able to put it down when I wanted to, and yeah, I mean, it was going down. Like, there was no automatic like catch where it'd want to buck up and try to take back off on me again. So that is one of the benefits of flying manually and flying on your own RC, so that you can get away with so that you can get away from having the Disco try to land itself, because a lot of the times the Disco, when it tries to land, it comes down and then it flares, and what it does is it flares too much, and especially if you're trying to land in the wind, it'll kick your Disco up like 10, 15, 20 feet, and then you're left with like another probably 50 to 100 feet worth of glide until it hits the deck. So that's definitely one thing that I like most about it. And power everything down. Let me get the Phantom 4 up in the air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over. We're going to lose the Mavic Pro. We're going to put it on the ground. 3 birds in the air at one time is a bit much, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to put the Phantom 4 up a couple hundred feet up in the air. I'm going to try to fly it in manual mode. I'm trying to get some shots of the Phantom looking down and the Disco looking up, flying into the Phantom. Maybe, hopefully not flying into the Phantom, but we're going to get some cool shots, hopefully, of some nose-to-nose action. But yeah, so let's do it. Let's get this up in the air. Now we're set. Let's launch. All right, we're up and away. We'll let it go into loiter mode. I'm hooked up to the QX7 now, and Disco is flying. Phantom 4 is flying and recording. I'm gonna go ahead and take control, hybrid mode of the Disco. So we're gonna be flying. Let's see how close we can get to the Phantom without beating it up. And I'm constantly keeping an eye on my altitude. making sure that I'm not gonna hit anything. And basically I have
FrSky low.
all right, I have my Sky controller to where I can see it. I have my iPad set up to where I can see it. I have eyes on
FrSky
Phantom.
critical.
I'm gonna fly right under.
FrSky low.
All right,
Manual mode.
going in the manual mode.
Auto mode. Hybrid mode. FrSky critical. Manual mode. Auto mode. Manual mode. Auto mode. Manual
Oof.
mode.
And I crashed. Did I get that on?
FrSky critical.
Did I get that on video? Nope. Bummer. Yep. I just wrecked the disco pretty hard, guys.
Low.
Oopsies.
Auto mode.
Well,
FrSky.
let's go check out the damage here. Alright, so I got the... Holy cow. Okay, so it damaged the chuck pretty good. Yep. Alright, so it damaged the chuck pretty good. I think it pretty much destroyed the camera. So let's go ahead and pack it up, and we'll go after flight review. So we may be still having a disco, but without the camera. And it, like, I think it sheared the camera off completely. That's pretty crazy. All right. Oh, there it is. I was stepping on it. Yeah, it broke the camera off of it. But it hit hard. All right, so that was pretty hard impact, but it only broke the camera. I'm gonna go ahead and land the Phantom, and we'll get back with you guys. All right, so what did we damage? Quick overview. It mainly looks like it's just the, yeah, there we go. Let's get into focus here. It honestly looks like it just blew out the camera from the chuck. And it looks like it broke it clean. I don't know if you can see it inside or not. It looks like it broke it clean back to the sensor there. That may actually be an easy fix. Maybe. That may just be the whole, just replace the camera. And it should be good to go, but that was crazy. Great learning experience too. Basically I got into this crazy nosedive. It went into a tip stall, whatever you want to call it, and basically unrecoverable. Flipped it into auto mode to see if it would correct, and it couldn't, basically couldn't do anything to correct it. And then flipped it into manual mode and basically just went into preservation mode. I tried to slow it down as much as possible, cut the throttle, pulled back on the sticks, the elevators, to try to at least level the nose. I mean, it was a spin. I don't know how much footage I got right now. I'm overplaying the footage, so we'll get a good look at it. But basically went into a death roll of sorts, and basically that's just flying. That's what you guys have to look for when you're flying RC, because it is manual mode and it's super hot out here. Sorry guys, I'm sweating, but yeah, you're flying with an RC in manual mode, and you know, if you get too playful with it, it can definitely bite back. Now fortunately, I mean, this disco has proven to be a very tough little bird, because I think, and I'm pretty sure, that this is going to be an easy fix. And even if I don't, if I'm not able to fix it to where it's 100%, I basically have plans in the future to make this into a fully autonomous vehicle, to where I'll probably just start putting my own FPV gear into it, because it's just such a stable platform. But yeah, that chuck, if it's undamaged, if all the gyros and internals are intact still, which I think it may be, that was a pretty soft bed of grass, so I was in a football field, so the impact was very minimal. But definitely hope you guys take something away from this. Just be careful. Look forward to getting this thing back up in the air. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the crash, if you like me destroying the Parrot Disco, give me a big thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please consider doing so. I have a lot more videos in the future that we're going to be hopefully not crashing much more. But I don't know, that was pretty fun. It was a pretty interesting crash. I wish I got it on video. I wish the Phantom 4 caught it on video. But it'll be interesting to see what the Disco took away with it. I'll see you next video.
Auto mode. Manual mode. Auto mode. Manual
Oof.
mode.
And I crashed.